morning! So I am back from my trip. I've been gone for about 2.5 weeks. We spent 8 days in Nicaragua and then we bopped over to LA, which is where Rob is from, to see his mom for a couple days. We kind of did a lot on this trip. Our friend was playing at a music festival there, just happened to be. So we went to the music festival, which was super fun. And then from there, we went directly to Nashville. Rob is a brewer and there was a brewing conference there. So I got to tag along on the trip and I tried to do some work while I was there, but I'd never been to Nashville before, so it was fun to kind of check out all the stuff that Nashville had to offer. I didn't get a lot of other work done. I feel like I've gotten not that much done. One of my biggest goals was to set up my Notion, but I think that's just gonna take a lot more time than I had planned on. And that's kind of one of my biggest challenges as an entrepreneur. I have these really lofty goals and really want to get organized, and then I don't really allot enough time to set up those systems. So I think this week, that is one of my biggest goals, is to just give myself the entire week to sit down, get the stuff done that I need to, and just put some time into setting up these systems. Today, I just finished doing all of my emails for this morning and then kind of writing out my plan for the week. I need to actually make and package a couple of orders that I got while we were gone. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I am making a Hut Trip beanie, and I use this thing. It's called a knitting machine, but as you can see, it's like a hand crank system and I have to adjust the tension. But I use this for the Hut Trip style beanie because it's a very basic style, and this basically makes a super long knit tube. And if I was to do this by hand, it's a really easy stitch, but it would take me hours and hours and hours. So in order to get the final product that I'm wanting, I would just have to charge way too much. And so by using this, I can use the higher quality, ethically sourced yarn that I like to use for my products, and I can actually charge a reasonable amount for this style of beanie. If I was to hand knit the tube, it would probably take over 6 hours to do because it's a much thinner yarn. So this is just one of the tools I used in order to make this style of beanie more affordable. I usually try to listen to either a business podcast or watch some YouTube videos, and I'm actually watching a YouTube video on how to set up my Notion, so I'm doing this while I watch it so that later I can do the Notion. Well, I got sidetracked, so it's about 1:30 now, and I think it's time for some lunch. Okay, so I finished the Hut Trip beanie that I had as an order. I meant to make more of them earlier, but I wanted to get this order out because I've been gone, so this order came in while I was away. I do leave a note when people order things and I'm gone that things will ship when I get back, but I usually try to get things shipped out within 48 hours, so it just feels like I need to get it out right away. So I want to make sure I have time to package this and the other order I have and to run them to the post office. So even though I didn't get the other beanies I wanted to get made, I at least wanted to get this one done. So So it is 7 p.m. the next day. I did not get a chance to vlog today, but I feel like I've literally been in the same spot on the couch. I've been doing a ton of computer work this morning and the rest of the afternoon, and I actually finished editing a whole YouTube video. I'm really proud of myself. That was probably the fastest I've ever edited. I am getting better. But yeah, for the rest of the evening, I am just going to make some dinner and chill. Rob took Aria today to work, so I didn't even have to take her out anywhere, so I've literally been a couch lump on the computer. Well, it's been a very computer heavy couple of days, so I haven't really been vlogging too much because it's just been me on the computer trying to figure some stuff out, and I keep feeling bad that I'm not being more productive, but hopefully I'll have more updates and better updates for you soon. Hello! I am out on the trail with Aria here. But it is Friday and I have literally had a full-on computer week, and I've gone anywhere from feeling super motivated and excited to totally like a blob, unproductive, frustrated, and pretty much having a self-identity crisis, and back to feeling pretty good and finally making some progress. So I pretty much spent the entire week working on my Notion dashboard. And I don't know, computer work for me, I think, just always feels a bit unproductive because I'm so used to like seeing my stitches evolve as I make beanies, or like if I'm palming and tagging a bunch of stuff, I can see the progress. But I think working on the Notion will really help. I keep reminding myself, especially now that I finally feel like I've made some progress, that a huge part of this and feeling unproductive is because it's something new, and I'm building a system that will hopefully, when I am busy, will be a way for me to be more productive with my time, more organized with my goals and my thoughts and tasks, and then streamline everything so that I can feel less like I'm flailing, which I have been lately, and more like I know exactly what I'm doing. Well, maybe not exactly what I'm doing, but a little bit of a better idea of what I want to achieve, and so I can actually do it. I think it could especially feel that way when your product is winter focused, and I think it's just hard to remember that we actually really need this downtime to take a break and have a rest, because winters can be so incredibly busy. And we need to give ourselves time to work on the business so that we're not just working in the business. And what I mean by that is a way to reflect on the things I kind of talked about it a couple of vlogs ago when I went on that road trip, but then actually put new systems in place and fix the things that you weren't really happy with or that you could improve or make better. So that's kind of what this week has been for me. Like, I've gotten so frustrated, but I think I'm finally feeling better about it. So I'm gonna go back and show you a little bit about what I did on Notion. Okay, so I am in my Notion dashboard, and I'm still working on it, but I kind of just spent a lot of time making these aesthetic, and I was like, Shireen, you just need to stop and start actually using it so you can figure out what you actually need from it. So here's my dashboard, and this is all through the lens of Smini Beanie Knits, and I have like my goal section, my actual content planning section, which so far is the part that I've used the most. But scrolling down, I always do a word of the year, and that's kind of like my cornerstone for everything I'm doing, and this year it is renew. If you watched my vlog about the Boss Bestie planning road trip, we talked about also doing words of the quarter and then words of the month. I also wanted to do like a weekly check-in. I actually got this part from Jules Ackery's template. I used some of her elements, which I thought was really helpful, and I can link it down in the description. And then if you go into build, I'm still working on utilizing it, but I have kind of the different months, I have my priorities, and then kind of thoughts, which I'll do at the end of the quarter. And then on my dashboard, I kind of like to use it so far as my overall planning guide. So I'm still working on utilizing the task management portion and breaking down things into projects and tasks. But then I also have my, quick reminders for the week, kind of my weekly to-do list, a next week section, and I can like move things. I mean, I have some personal things in here, but I'm excited to show you the content hub because it's what I've been utilizing the most so far. My master content calendar broken down, and it's like all of my different YouTube stuff and my Instagram stuff, and then all of my content ideas at different stages of fleshing them out. If you click into this page, you can kind of start planning the various elements of that type of content, which I found to be really useful so far, and kind of giving me an overall big picture visual. So like my YouTube, I kind of do my vlog every other week right now, and so I can kind of see when I need to have everything finished, kind of plan my ideas, write out, what I want to vlog about, and other videos. And then same with Instagram. And I think I've mentioned this, like Instagram I was getting really burned out on, and just not really batch working things. And I think the batch working will help so much. I'm trying to get back into the swing of that. And then eventually be more diligent about a regular blog slash email that I will send to my list. Yeah, and just more blog content for my website. But that's just like a quick little overview of my Notion dashboard and what I've been using it for so far. I'm kind of excited because I think now that I've been using it for this week, I've been able to see what I need from it and then what I want to change about it. So instead of just trying to perfect it and like making all these different tweaks before I actually used it, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let some things lie and use it for a little bit before I figure out what I need from it. Yeah, so thank you for joining this week with my Notion discovery. It's been quite a lot of computer work, but I'm happy with it, and I will just keep you posted as these months go by. Thanks for watching.